Marquardt.
Why, good morning, Mrs. Grant.
Or afternoon, whatever time of day you guys are doing your science lesson.
Can't be sure.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Have you
All
ever
of
seen The
them.
Truman Show? Yeah, that's from there. Some of your parents might understand that reference. Anyways, we're here with a science lesson, and you guys might recognize this story of the Three Little Pigs. Have you ever heard that story?
So many times.
So many times.
I love
Lots
it.
of different versions, but
Absolutely.
it's good every time. Huh?
It is. I love it.
So, we're starting driving question number 3. You might realize that we skipped lesson 5 and driving question number 2. That's okay. We want to jump into the more exciting stuff we have ahead for you guys. But let's recap a little bit about what we did in driving question 2.
Sure.
We did some tests on materials we tested for strength,
Mm-hmm.
hardness, absorbency,
Yep.
and flexibility.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you think of a material you would use if you needed something flexible?
Ooh, something flexible. Maybe a rubber band, because you
That-
can stretch it.
That is great. Yes. Or maybe paper because you can bend it. but
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Both of those really great.
Yeah.
What about if you needed something hard and strong?
Ooh, okay. Maybe like a brick or metal.
Great choices, Miss Marquardt. You
Thanks.
have been paying attention.
I've been here each day.
All right. So you're going to need all that information and remembering what we did last week and the week before in science as we start reading the story of the Three Little Pigs. So you guys have this. It is page 33 in your science books. So we want you to open your science books to page 33 so you can read along with us at the same time. So I'll go ahead and start here and then you can pick up on the second page.
Sure.
The story of the Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there was an old mother pig with 3 little pigs. When they began to grow, she sent them out to build their homes and seek their fortune. The first little pig met a farmer with a bundle of straw. "Please, farmer, give me that straw to build a house," said the little pig. The farmer did, and the first little pig built a house with the straw.
Sounds familiar.
It does. It does.
Well, along came a wolf and knocked at the door. Little pig, let me come in," said the wolf. But the first little pig answered, No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the wolf. So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. Then he ate up the first little pig.
So it's that version, huh?
It's that version.
They don't run to their sibling's house.
No.
They just get eaten up.
He eats them.
All right, good to know.
The second little pig met a farmer with a bundle of sticks. "Please give me those sticks to build a house," said the little pig. The farmer did, and the second little pig built his house with the sticks.
All right. Then along came the wolf and said, little pig, let me come in." No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin," replied the second little pig. Do you think the second little pig was a woman over the age of 30 who might have some hairs on her chin now?
Possibly.
"Then I'll huff. Actually, I'll puff and I'll huff and I'll blow your house down," said the wolf. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed. At last, he blew the house down. And then he ate up the second pig. The third little pig met a farmer with a load of bricks. "Please, farmer, give me those bricks to build a house," said the little pig. The farmer did, and the third little pig built his house with the bricks. Soon the wolf came along as he had for the other little pigs. The wolf called, little pig, let me come in." No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin," said the third little pig. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," cried the wolf. Well, he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed.
And he puffed and he huffed. But the wolf could not blow the house down. Then the wolf was very angry indeed. He was determined to eat up the little pig. He decided to go down the chimney after him. When the third little pig saw what the wolf was going to do, He made up a blazing fire and put a big pot full of water on to boil. Just as the wolf was coming down the chimney, the third little pig took the lid off the pot, and in fell the wolf. Then the third little pig put the lid back onto the pot, and that was the end of the wolf. The third little pig lived happily ever after in his sturdy brick house.
Wow, that was intense.
There were a lot of dead animals in this version.
I mean, I don't normally use that version when I tell that story, so it's interesting that the Twig Science Company chose that version.
I know.
Yeah, you know? You know what else is intense?
Yeah.
Camping.
Get
it?
I get it. 'Cause
Intense.
It's in a tent.
Yeah.
Intense.
It's one of my favorite jokes.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
You
know.
really nailed that.
I tied it in.
You did.
Right.
Huh.
Anyways, why did we read this
Ooh.
story? I think we learned a lesson from this that
Well-
goes really well with what we've been doing in science. We don't want
Yeah.
you guys like blowing down houses and eating like live little pigs. That's not cool.
Mm-mm.
But we do realize that some of these pigs chose sturdier, stronger, harder materials to build their houses than the other two pigs.
Mhm.
So
And it's truly a life lesson
It really
because
is.
if you're not choosing the right materials, you might get eaten by a wolf.
yeah, we don't want that, you guys.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the lesson.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So-
Don't get eaten by a wolf.
Miss Marquardt,
Yeah.
let's talk about that first pig.
Okay.
He built his house out of straw, which is kind of like hay,
Yeah.
right? Cool if like you're trying to feed a horse or something, but
It is. And it's nice and soft.
yeah. But if you're trying to protect yourself from, carnivores that are out there who want some bacon for breakfast
True.
or ribs for dinner,
If there were predators outside my house, I wouldn't want a house built out of straw.
yeah. Now,
But-
what's good about straw, Miss Marquardt? Why do you think he chose it, other than that it was there?
Well, yeah, it's there. It's readily available. Straw can keep a house nice and cool if you
Yeah.
let the air flow in.
Yeah.
It's easy to build with.
Uh-huh.
It's super lightweight.
And flexible.
It's flexible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of reasons why I can see
Yeah.
that he chose straw. Just not if he wanted to be protected
Yeah.
from the big bad wolf.
So even though it's lightweight and it allows wind to pass through, so keeps it nice and cool and
Yeah.
ventilated, and it's flexible, what it didn't have was it wasn't hard, it wasn't
Mhm.
sturdy, and it was not protective.
Not
Okay.
at all.
Now let's talk about pig number 2.
All right.
A little smarter.
Yeah.
Maybe he just got lucky with the materials. Not too lucky because he got eaten too. So
He did a pretty good job.
yeah, what are the pros of building with sticks?
All right. Well, sticks are definitely stronger
Yes.
than hay, for
Mhm.
sure. They're still lightweight. They're still easy to build with. You can get a lot of them. And you can even kind of wrap them together if
Yeah.
you're lucky, depending on the kind of sticks. So
All right, cool. But he got eaten.
he got eaten. They just aren't strong enough, which my house where I live isn't built out of sticks.
It's not.
So I just don't think it's the best material to build a
Yeah.
house out of.
Sometimes when I watch those survival shows where they're like trying to survive in the jungle, they might use sticks to build like a temporary shelter,
Yeah.
but they're definitely not using it to build like a long-term house.
No.
Right?
Mm-mm.
So, although they were a little stronger, we did talk about levels of strength where it might be super weak, super strong, or somewhere in between. The sticks were somewhere in between, right?
Definitely.
And we want something really strong. So, we have our third little pig who used bricks.
Mhm.
What was great about the bricks?
All right. Well, the bricks are super strong.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't just blow over in the wind or say a wolf's deep breathing.
Mm-hmm.
So they stood still even when the wolf was trying to come in and break down the house. It didn't happen. It didn't
Yeah.
work out for him.
So, strong and sturdy. They're easy to build with too. You can stack them.
Yep.
Lots of great qualities, but the most is that they're durable and they're strong, right? Okay, so if you guys flip to the next page in your book, this is the last page for lesson 1. It's on page 37. It's asking us, what other material could you use to build a house besides bricks or sticks or straw, and why would you use that? So knowing what we know, that we want something super strong and sturdy like a brick, but maybe isn't the same as a brick, can you think of any materials that are similar, like that they're super strong and sturdy?
So not Jello.
No, not Jello.
Not Jello.
Not Jello.
Well, something strong. I'm thinking I know that metal is really strong.
Mhm.
Stones, concrete.
All great materials.
are all really strong.
Those are some great ideas that the students can choose from to write about. And give me a reason to answer the second question. Miss Marquardt, why would you choose concrete or metal?
All right, well, I would choose concrete because I've seen houses made out of it, and I know that you can pour it to get the shape that you want, and when it dries, it's super hard and durable.
Great.
So it might be a good choice for a house.
So that is all you guys have to do for today's lesson. We have a quick video that we want to show you guys, and then that wraps up science for today.
Congratulations! You've reached level 3, Engineer of Excellence. To build skyscrapers, engineers must solve 2 major challenges. 1, buildings must be strong and stable. And 2, they must stay up, even in strong winds. To unlock your Engineer of Excellence badge, you'll need to design, build, and test model towers. You will add weights to your towers to test them for strength. And as an extra challenge, your towers must be able to stay standing even when they're being blown by a fan. So you'll need to think carefully about what materials you use and how you use them. Good luck!
All right, students, so that wraps up our science for today. Next time we see you for science, you're actually going to be using some materials to build your own tower.
That's exciting.